You know those words that everyone uses, but nobody can actually define? Someone says qi and you nod. You've heard it in yoga class. You've seen it on a tea box. You might even use it yourself. My qi feels off today. But if someone put a microphone in your face and asked, okay, what is qi? You'd probably start gesturing a lot with your hands. I've been there. For the first year I studied Chinese medicine, I nodded a lot. Qi? Yes. Qi. Very important. Meanwhile, inside my head, I have no idea what this is, and the books didn't help. Qi is the vital energy that animates all living things. Great, thanks. That tells me nothing. So today, I want to do something different. Not the definition you'd get from a textbook, not the vague wellness version, the actual thing. What qi feels like when you experience it, what it does when it's working, and what happens to your body, your mind, your entire sense of yourself when it's not. Because once you understand this, everything else locks into place. I mean, the first 3 episodes, yin and yang, warming versus fighting, the traffic jam of stagnation. Qi is the thread that connects every single concept in Chinese medicine. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Hey, friends, this is East and Inner. I'm Ollie. So here's the most useful way I've ever heard qi described. It didn't come from a textbook. It came from a friend who knew nothing about Chinese medicine. I was trying to explain it to him badly when he interrupted and said, oh, so it's like your body's operating system. And I stopped because he was right. Think about your phone. You don't think about its operating system. You think about the apps, the camera, the messages, the thing you tap to make a call. But underneath all of that, making everything possible is the OS. It manages power. It routes data. It decides what gets priority. When the OS is working, you don't notice it at all. When it crashes, nothing works. Your body is the same. Your heartbeat, your digestion, your immune response, your ability to warm your hands when it's cold, your ability to think clearly, your ability to feel an emotion and then let it go instead of gripping it for days. All of that is qi, not one thing. The operating system that makes every other thing possible. Qi is not a substance, it's not a gas, it's not floating around inside you like some kind of mystical fog. Qi is function. It's what your organs do, not what they're made of, but how they work. It's the process of extracting nutrients from food. It's the process of circulating blood. It's the process of keeping your internal temperature stable when the outside temperature swings 20 degrees. It's the process of turning a thought into a sentence without having to consciously construct every word. Here's how the ancient Chinese put it. They said qi has 5 jobs. 5, that's it. 2,000 years ago, they boiled the entire operating system down to 5 functions. Number 1, qi moves every fluid in your body, blood, lymph, digestive juices, tears, sweat. Every single one is moved by qi. If qi stops moving in your chest, you feel tightness. If it stops moving in your shoulders, they climb toward your ears. If it stops moving in your abdomen, food sits there like a stone. Number 2, qi warms. Your body temperature is not a passive thing. It is actively produced. Qi is the fire under the pot. When qi is weak, your hands and feet go cold. Not because the room is cold, but because the pilot light is low. If you've ever had cold hands, even in summer, or felt a chill that a blanket couldn't fix, that's a qi problem. Number 3, qi protects. There's a specific layer of qi that circulates just under your skin. It's called wei qi, defensive qi. It's your immune system's big brother. When it's strong, a cold virus hits you and bounces off. When it's weak, every bug that goes around your office comes straight for you. The difference between everyone at work got sick except me and I catch everything, that's Wei Qi. Number 4, Qi transforms. Your body takes food and turns it into blood. It takes air and turns it into energy. It takes a raw emotion, fear, anger, grief, and either processes it or stores it. Qi is the transformer. Without it, food stays food, air stays air, and emotions stay stuck. Number 5, Qi holds things in place. Your organs don't just float around. Your blood doesn't leak out of your vessels. You don't spontaneously bruise from a light touch. All of that holding, that structural integrity, is Qi. When Qi weakens, things start to sink. Organs prolapse, blood leaks, you bruise easily. This is not a coincidence. This is the OS losing its grips. Now, here's where this gets really interesting. And it's where Chinese medicine leaves Western medicine in the dust. When Qi stops working properly, it doesn't just stop. It goes wrong in very specific, predictable ways. And those patterns, those ways Qi goes wrong, are literally the entire diagnostic framework of Chinese medicine. There are 4 basic ways Qi can malfunction, just 4, and they cover almost everything that can go wrong with the human body. Qi deficiency. The OS is running on low battery, everything is slow, you're tired all the time. Not the tiredness of a bad night's sleep, but a deep cellular exhaustion that sleep doesn't touch. You get short of breath walking upstairs you've climbed 1,000 times. You catch every cold. Your voice is soft. You don't want to talk. You don't want to do anything. This is Qi deficiency. The volume knob on every bodily function turned down to 3. Qi sinking. This is deficiency taken to an extreme. The OS can barely hold things up. Organs start to prolapse, literally sinking downward because the Qi that should hold them in place has lost its strength. Chronic diarrhea, a heavy, dragging sensation in the lower abdomen, the feeling that your insides are going to fall out. This is Qi saying, I can't hold on anymore. Qi stagnation. We talked about this in the last episode. The OS isn't weak. It's stuck. Traffic jam. Things that should be moving are sitting still. The classic sign is pain that moves around. A headache today, a shoulder ache tomorrow, a rib side pain the day after. Distension, bloating, the feeling that you need to sigh all the time. Irritability. This is Qi saying, I'm here, I'm strong, but I can't get through. Qi rebellious. This is the strangest one. The OS is moving things in the wrong direction. Qi that should descend starts rising. You get hiccups, acid reflux, nausea, vomiting, a cough that won't quit. All of these are Qi going up when it should be going down. Even asthma. In Chinese medicine, asthma is often seen as lung Qi that's rising instead of descending. The breath goes in, but the Qi won't settle. You can't get a full exhale. 4 patterns: deficiency, sinking, stagnation, rebellion. That's the entire playbook. If you understood just these 4, you'd understand more about your body than most people learn in a lifetime. Let me give you a real body example for each one, because patterns are only useful if you can feel them. Qi deficiency. You wake up after 8 hours of sleep and you're already tired. You haven't done anything yet. You've barely gotten out of bed. And you feel like you've already run a marathon. Your voice comes out soft. People ask you to repeat yourself. By mid-afternoon, you're running on fumes. This is not laziness. This is not a morning person. This is Qi deficiency. Your body's pilot light is burning at half strength, and every function, digestion, circulation, mental clarity, is operating at reduced capacity. Qi sinking. Here's what it feels like. A heavy, dragging sensation in the lower abdomen. It gets worse as the day goes on. It feels like your insides are slowly falling out. In the classical texts, this is one of the clearest descriptions of sinking qi. The qi that should hold the organs in place has lost its grip. The classic formula for this pattern is Bu Zhong Yi Qi Tang. It means restore the middle, boost the qi. It's designed to lift that sinking energy back up. Not because there's a thing to fix, because the body's inner OS needs enough power to hold everything up again. Qi stagnation. This is the one that shows up in your shoulders, in your jaw, in that tension, headache that starts at the base of your skull and creeps forward. You catch yourself clenching. You catch yourself sighing. You feel irritable for no reason that you can name. This is qi saying, I'm here, I'm strong, but I'm stuck. And the pressure is building. The single best diagnostic question for qi stagnation is, does the pain move around? If your headache was on the left yesterday and the right today, that's stagnation. Fixed, boring pain in one spot is something else. Moving pain is stuck qi, flowing just enough to shift location, but not flowing enough to resolve. Qi rebellious. Have you ever had a stressful day and suddenly developed heartburn that you've never had before? That's rebellious stomach qi. Your stomach is supposed to send things downward. Food, digestive fluids, everything. When stress hits, the qi flips direction and starts rising. Acid comes up. You belch. You get hiccups that won't stop. Even a chronic cough can be rebellious lung qi. Especially a cough that gets worse when you lie down, especially if you've been told it's not asthma. We don't know what it is. The breath goes in, the qi won't settle and descend. You're stuck in a half exhale, and your body keeps trying to cough its way out. Let me tell you when this really clicked for me. A few years ago, before I knew any of this, I went through a period where I was getting sick constantly. Every 3 or 4 weeks, another cold. And these weren't mild. They'd knock me flat for days. I'd recover. I'd feel okay for a week. Then it would start again. The scratchy throat, the chills, the exhaustion. My doctor ran tests. Everything normal. Some people just get sick more often, he said. Which is not an explanation. That's a shrug with a medical degree. What I didn't know then, what I desperately wish someone had told me, is that I wasn't catching new colds. I was dealing with the same cold over and over because my wei qi, my defensive qi at the surface, was too weak to finish the job. The pathogen would retreat. My body would claim victory. Then, a week later, my qi would drop again. Stress, lack of sleep, a cold morning, the pathogen would surge right back. I wasn't unlucky, I wasn't weak. My operating system had a memory leak. It couldn't close the process. So the cold kept reopening. Here's what finally fixed it. Not more vitamins, not more hand sanitizer. I started taking a formula called Yu Ping Fing San, jade windscreen powder, 3 herbs, astragalus, atractylodes, siler. Astragalus strengthens the wei qi, builds the screen. Atractylodes strengthens the spleen, secures the foundation so the screen has something to anchor to. Siler expels wind from the surface, kicks out whatever's lurking at the gate. 3 herbs, 1 job. Give the OS enough power to actually close the door. Within 2 months, the cycle stopped. I didn't get sick for 8 months straight. And the craziest part, I didn't feel different. I didn't feel boosted or energized or whatever the supplement bottles promise. I just stopped getting sick. The OS was working again, quietly, in the background, the way it's supposed to. I want to tell you one more thing, something that still gives me chills when I think about it. There's a passage in the Huangdi Neijing, the Yellow Emperor's Inner Classic, that was written over 2,000 years ago, ancient China, before microscopes, before germ theory, before anyone knew what a cell was. And here's what it says: Zheng qi kun nei, xie bu ke gan. Let me translate that. When the Zheng qi, the upright qi, is stored within, evil cannot invade. That's the entire immune theory of Chinese medicine in one sentence. Every vaccine, every hand sanitizer, every public health measure, all of them are attempts to do one thing: keep the pathogen out. And here, 2,000 years earlier, a group of physicians had already figured out the core principle. The pathogen matters less than the host. If your qi is strong, the bug can't get in. If your qi is weak, the bug doesn't matter. Something else will get you anyway. This isn't anti-science, it's pre-science. It's an observation so fundamental that modern immunology is only now catching up. Think of the microbiome, the gut immune axis. Scientists now say that boosting your immune system is a nonsense phrase. What you actually want is a regulated, responsive, intelligent immune system, which is exactly what Zheng qi is. Zheng qi kun nei, xie bu ke gan, upright qi within. Evil cannot enter. That's it. That's the whole thing. So let me bring this back to you. Right now, today, if you've been listening to these first 4 episodes, you have the vocabulary, yin and yang, warming versus fighting, the traffic jam of stagnation, and now qi. You have the map. You can look at your body and ask better questions. Not what's wrong with me, but what direction is my qi moving or not moving? Not why am I so tired, but is this qi deficiency, the low battery, or qi stagnation, the traffic jam? Not why do I keep getting sick, but is my wei qi strong enough to hold the gate? These are better questions. They lead to better answers, and they come from a framework refined over 2,000 years, tested on billions of bodies. It still works, not despite being ancient, because it's based on something that never changes, how a living system functions. Your qi is your operating system. It moves, it warms, it protects, it transforms, it holds. When it's working, you don't notice it. When it's not, your body tells you. In tightness, in coldness, in exhaustion, in that sigh you can't suppress. The most practical thing you can do? Listen. Your OS has been sending you messages your entire life. You just didn't know how to read them. Now you do. And here's the beautiful thing about qi that I wish more people understood. You don't need to be a practitioner to work with it. You don't need formulas or acupuncture needles or years of study. Every single thing you do is either building your qi or draining it. Every breath you take, every meal you eat, every walk you go on, every conversation you have. The question isn't how do I get more qi? The question is, what am I doing right now that's using it up faster than I can replenish it? Staying up until 2 a.m. scrolling. That's a qi drain. Eating cold food straight from the fridge when your digestion already feels sluggish. That's a qi drain. Holding onto an argument from 3 days ago and replaying it in your head. That is absolutely 100% a qi drain. Start there. Start by noticing what costs you, because most people spend decades trying to add things, supplements, routines, hacks, when what they actually need is to stop the leaks. You can't fill a bucket with holes in the bottom. Patch the holes first. The qi will take care of itself. If this connected with you, join Ollie and me on Apple Podcasts. Just search East and Inner. The full written article that inspired this episode, Qi Isn't Magic, It's Your Body's OS, is at tcmway.net. Next time, I want to talk about something that sounds almost too simple to be powerful. Food, not diets, not superfoods, not intermittent anything. The ancient Chinese framework for understanding food as medicine. Why the temperature of what you eat matters more than the calories. Why a bowl of congee can do things a vitamin pill never will. This is an episode I've been waiting to make since the day I started this podcast. Until then, look after your qi. It's been looking after you your whole life. Team, thanks for listening. This was East and Inner. If this connected with you, join us on Apple Podcasts. Just search East and Inner. The full written article is at tcmway.net. This podcast is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. Please consult your doctor before making any health changes. Full articles and references at tcmway.net. Talk to you next time.